Oh hi friends, come on in. Don't be afraid. This is my new home. This is my main corridor. I like this as my kitchen. Here I am a ready-made person. This is the reception room. Here I am a cushat. And here I watch all my videos, especially profanity. Dada, I'm watching this here, about sharing suicide. I'm that the video doesn't fly here. I will detain the slaves if necessary. And this are fucked up Minecraft for us. Stop fucked up Minecraft. And that's for sure right now at the moment. Many are arguing whether it's true that Microsoft fucked up Minecraft or not just in this video. I would like to discuss this important topic because everyone gives up their own point. And many people just get used to Minecraft for no reason at all. Someone says that Microsoft has aggravated the situation of Minecraft, that everything is over for him in general. I would gladly believe it if these words were not repeated. It was already in 2014, then 2015, then 2016, then 2017, then 18 cm shorter. This story repeats itself. But everyone, they say the same thing every year. But for some reason Minecraft is not being abandoned, but the question is still being asked. Is it true that Minecraft has become worse in general, or is it not in this? Let's find out first. Let's talk about the history of Minecraft, and I won't delay it. Just quickly I created Minecraft. Damn, we need to make a release. Bam, I'll make a release, shut up. Hey, how much money do I take? And that's all. Our story is over just after Microsoft bought out the moon. The players began to massively hate Microsoft for what they bought back to be returned again at night. Minecraft tells me the night wouldn't have come back even because of the fans. To be honest, I'm raising it to be honest, but not so fast. Wait a minute. Now we're going to discuss exactly two parts, namely an unsuccessful update and a successful update. But before that, let's write in the comments what updates do you think were really good in Minecraft and which were really bad. Now write here in the comments, and then I'll read it and think about the amendments first. This update on PvP is the worst update that has affected many PvP players. I'm not saying that PvP has become impossible at all. Well, it's possible to crash, but waiting for a countdown to pass is somehow not very cool. And before we just clicked on the player and the one who has a cool mouse won, well, you're already deciding who the real skill guy is. Although clicking is also somehow not very cool, I wouldn't call this update as rather bad, but rather as a fix because, well, really, there will be some kind of cheat with a clicker, and that's it. But then they added a cooldown because of these cooldown. The damage is almost not Regitsia, well, Regitsia, but in general in a small amount. The next update that I would like to discuss is the water world. It was the update of this very same world that provided, like, and good. I'm not saying that it's bad. But again, it wasn't me who decided, but Reddit, and this version itself began to go massively on Reddit. Because too little was added, and most likely it's still. The voting itself affected, because in the voting itself, everyone voted for one mob. Well, you know, that very revolution. So stop it. I'll then participate in that revolution. Okay. And after they chose this mob, they all wanted to. They added them, but you didn't add them. And therefore you also started to hate this version very much, the next update. Which became very controversial, but very interesting by the way, namely the dungeon and the updated mines, the new mob, all this. It really brought good entertainment to Minecraft like this. But why are they starting to hate it? And again the vote, yes. Because of this vote, a lot of players really lose. Well, again, this number, but it is not official. I took from Twitter statistics after this update for some reason. Well, not so few people left, by the way. I'm talking about those who never returned to Minecraft again. It seems like such a small number, but believe me, it's really huge. The number, and I take exactly the whole one. Also, this update thinks that it is unrealistic, that is, yes. These caves are well too big, and if you look closely, it seems beautiful, even especially with shaders. I'm not saying that it's bad again, but damn it, I'm just going to correct you. This is what a real cave looks like, and this is Minecraft, this is a cave. This is Minecraft, a huge to a cave, don't you think? Yes, I understand, it's just, but they are clearly. They emphasized that this is the most realistic cave, that is, they tried to pull realism, but damn it, It's not realism. Somehow you switched with caves. Now let's talk about successful updates, and we have only 3 of them. The first version is for a change. The mobs themselves were corrected by changing the inhabitants. Yes, after this update, the inhabitants of their village changed. And this update really benefited, because for a long time, the players wanted the inhabitants to change, so that we understand who is a woman and who is man, although it's possible to be a man or a woman, but apart from this update, the villages themselves were also changed. And the villages became, well, not so boring, but really beautiful, good, and it feels right, you know? You come like this is mine. Please drove so from the update, the first one that brought real benefits, the second update, it was on the new Nether world. Yes, again the update of the Nether world, and besides another one was hypes. Music peaks, and this also brought a serious change to Minecraft, and it really improved to new wonders. Well, let's turn back a little, namely 1.12. To this version was released here on this date, and it gave just a huge life mododella, and not that life, but really straight art after all. Thanks to this version, now a very huge number of mods can be put on it, such as blockbuster new mechanics. And just thanks to that version again, many have begun to appear. I will keep silent as a game mod, because for them I am Banili already. In addition, 1120 to became as native versions, as 1165 and 1.19. To these are the most native versions that the players consider, but for me 11.2 has become really good. Well, I'll talk now about the latest version, 1.21, the recently released version. And it even hyped up a little bit, quite a bit though not in the CIS. She hyped in Europe, and a little in China. Yes, I was a little shocked by China. Yes, the version really gave many opportunities, new menu, new dance, a little mechanics, new mobs. In short, this version has also become globally good. But what will happen next in the future, alas? No one knows except Microsoft, and maybe they know what to do. And now let's talk about the final part. Has Minecraft become better at the moment, and is it going to the bottom? No, he can't be called that he is the best, that he is generally respected all over the world. Although no, he is respected, so be it, I will not argue. If you look closely, Minecraft and does not roll to 1, and does not improve rather. The main task is simply to retain the sub-audience and the community itself. Morgan is not trying to improve at the moment. The main task is just to make Minecraft. But the main thing is not to fuck up that very juice. Therefore, if Minecraft is not rolling anywhere, rather frozen in time like this, let's say I'm a banner with you. Until the meeting of New Cheney and Pokedov. Well, that's it. How do you like it? Green screen, I'm his music.
Land. It's dark. Only the monitor flickers. The Baneronetwo, collecting ideas. 2 hours. The timer's ticking. To make a video, this is fervent and fun. 2 hours. Thoughts in a whirlwind. Cameras, microphone he's in. Script, lyrics, inspiration. The banner's in the works, there's no doubt. An illumination like a ray of light. The idea is back, the soul is no longer clouded. Words flow easily, as if he's breathing. He's a creator, his talent is not hidden.